So the other day I was thinking about, what if I could inherit $1 million? Wouldn't that be the best thing ever that could happen to you? You could inherit $1 million. And I thought about, what if it happened when I was a young person, like right out of college? You pay off all your debts, and what would I have done with it? Well, at that particular time in my life, I promise you, I would have paid off all my debts. I would have probably traveled a lot, and I probably wouldn't have made all the best decisions that you make if you're inheriting $1 million. So we decided to do some research, not just because of that, but because people are interested in, what do people who inherit money actually do? So what we found out was, well, it's a little bit, not depressing, it was a little bit different than what I would have done at that particular time in my life. So first of all, we found out that most people that inherit money aren't really all that young. In fact, most people who inherit money are baby boomers. The average age is in their 60s, which actually makes sense. Think about it, most of the baby boomers are in their 60s, so mom and dad are in their 80s or 90s, and probably that's why they're inheriting money. And not very many people inherit over $1 million. In fact, only 14% of people inherit over $1 million. So don't get too excited. It's probably not going to happen to you, but you never know. 73% of people inherit between $100,000 and $500,000, so that's a decent amount. And 13% inherit between $500,000 and $1 million. That's pretty good too. One of the things that we found that's kind of a bummer, maybe good or maybe bad, is that almost 20% of the assets that you might inherit could be illiquid, which means you're inheriting mom and dad's house and then you need to figure out what to do with it, or other types of illiquid things, maybe collectibles they have that you do or don't want. So that's sort of a bummer, but by the same token, you could inherit a Picasso, who knows? So anyway, what do people do when they inherit money? 81% of people invest the money. What a smart thing to do, and what a logical thing to do. I wish that I could honestly say that's what I would have done. 23% will pay off debt. 14% will spend it on some items. I probably would have fallen there. 10% used it for travel, and 25% used it to save for their grandchildren. Now this is really interesting because when we do focus group research, we talk to people about, they've gotten an inheritance, and the money that they get from that inheritance to them, in a lot of cases, that's money to them from mom and dad, and that's protected money, that's special money. So we see that a lot of times they save that money to give to their grandchildren. And it's really very touching and emotional. These people will break into tears talking about the money that they got from mom and dad and how they're saving it for their grandchildren. So it's really important when you're talking to your clients someday to kind of assess how emotionally they feel about this money, because a lot of times they'll keep it separate from the rest of their accounts. The other thing that we found out is that, by and all, most people will go to their existing financial advisor and ask them what to do with the money. So that's a good thing for most financial advisors. So I have to say, while all these people were really smart with their money and most of them were investing it, I still think about what I would do if I inherited $1 million. And I don't know what you think about what you would do, but if I inherited $1 million, I would help to pay off my children's college costs. Obviously, that would be the first thing I would do. And I really have to say, I looked into that around the world cruise, which is $166,000, and part of that is part of $1 million. But my husband would say, let's invest it and save it. So you have to ask yourself and your clients what you do. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.